back to The Legend here. Today I'm here with another Minecraft Redstone tutorial. And in this week's tutorial I'm going to be showing you guys how to build a semi-automatic crop farm. Now this crop farm can harvest wheat, potatoes, carrot and beetroot with ease. So let's go and have a look at it. So here we have our main crop area. We've got our wheat in the center, I misplanted a few. We've got our carrots on the sides, our two batches of potatoes, and then our beetroot. This is the way I like to organize my farm, because then you get a good spread of both, and the wheat and the potatoes, which are the most useful for me at the moment, I get the most of. So with this harvest alone, if we press this button, all of the crops will be broken by the water, and pushed down, and we can press the button again. And you can see they'll slowly and eventually get collected up. Now they may sit here for a little while, but the minecarts underneath them will eventually collect them up. And then dispense them into this chest here. Okay, so from one harvest alone, we got almost 2 stacks of carrots, over 3 stacks of potatoes, 1.5 stacks of wheat, and all the seeds to replenish it, as well as 32 beetroot. The materials you'll need will appear on your screen now. Now I've listed the number of seeds you need there, but it's your choice on how many of each type. That is just a general number. You can even distribute this evenly, or you can just go say you want more potatoes and beetroot. It's up to you. Let's get on to the tutorial. To start, we want to come to any sort of corner of the farm and create a diagonal of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's going to be a corner of the farm. Then we want to make this, so we want to actually make this into a full solid corner like this, so that the diagonal is going to be pointing towards the inside of where our farm is. Then leave a 1 block gap and create another diagonal of 8. And fill that in. You should be able to do a total of 4 before meeting up back where you started. You want to rotate each time you do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you should find when you're at the end, you have a 1 block gap between the first one and the last one you place, and if you don't, make sure to recount all of your blocks. And you can see I've got a 1 block gap on all sides, so I'm all good to go. This dirt will be converted into farmland later on, but we aren't going to be doing that yet because we need to add in the water. But before we do that, let's grab out some stone bricks, some simple stone bricks, and create a wall around the outside going up too high. Now you don't have to use stone bricks, you can use any sort of block, but there has to be a wall here going up too high along the entire sides. Now that we've added in the wall around the outside, it's time to add in the minecart and then the water. Following the edge created by the raised section, dig 2 blocks down along the edges, and then go 3 straight across here so we miss this 1 block there. It'll look like this once you're finished. Now we need to make a bit more space in these holes. So come roughly 1 more out, we're just making a bit more room to work here. So just following this diagonal and coming 1 more out. Now on the middles of these flat sides, place a redstone block 1 into the ground. You can use a lever here instead, but redstone blocks are easier to use and more compact. Then roughly in the middle of the edges, on the close side of the corner like that, place another redstone block. This is what we have so far. Now place a powered rail on every single one of these redstone blocks and then use rails to connect them. The powered rails should be powered. Now you'll notice on the diagonals, these powered rails aren't fully connected properly. So the way we fix that is by breaking this block here, breaking this rail, and moving it to there. And they are now connected. Break this block here that the powered rail is going into, and then move the rail. Now choose any of your 4 sides. I'm going with this one. Break this block here, replace it with an upside down stair, then come around to the outside and break these 2 blocks here and here. That one there. Place a double chest like this. You should be able to open that double chest if the stair is placed correctly. Now directly underneath this chest, place 2 droppers facing upwards. Then break 2 blocks to the side of this like that, 3 blocks down. Then 1 block to the other side. Then come 3 blocks out from the wall. Now using a redstone comparator, a block, a repeater, some redstone dust, and another repeater, create this pattern. Then ensure that this comparator is turned into subtraction mode by right clicking it. The light should be on. Now if you put an item into this bottom dropper, it will end up in the chest. Rotate back behind your chest and locate these rails here. These 4. On both sides. Make sure to break them. Once you've broken them, break the blocks that they were sitting on as well. We're going to be placing hoppers here. Using hoppers, direct them from these broken blocks here into our dropper, making sure that they do not touch any sort of redstone current that includes our redstone block. They might be a bit different on both sides just because of how the redstone is laid out, but that's okay as long as they reach the dropper. Doesn't matter how you get them there. Now if I place my rails back, on each side under those 4 rails there is a hopper, which allows for maximum collection. Grab out some minecart and hoppers. I'm going to be using 4, but you can use less if you would like. Start by placing your first one on this powered rail and pushing it. Once it gets roughly to the other side, like that, put it in the next one, and then go again and again, till you've got all 4 on. They should be reasonably evenly spaced. Now you can use less than 4 minecarts, even just 1, but it will take a little bit longer to collect your crops, but it will still work efficiently. In the center of our middle platform, place a dispenser in the ground. Then on the corners of these raised platforms, do the same. Make sure it is facing upwards and that it is definitely a dispenser and not a dropper. It'll look like this. Now we need to be able to place some redstone under each one of these dispensers. We're going to start with the 4 outer ones. Start by digging a 2 block deep line from this point here, going right around to the corner, and then coming in underneath the dispenser here. Then continue this around to the other side, and repeat. Look at the dispenser, and then continue around. Now I've fully finished the digging, and you've noticed I haven't made it a full loop by connecting this end, because I don't need to do that, because there isn't another dispenser that needs to be connected on this side. Now it's time to hook up the middle dispenser here. We're going to be doing that by tunneling under the ground. To find this dispenser underground, we want to use some coordinates. So use a debug screen and write down the coordinates, and for me it is 146 and 132. Then come around to your front side and staircase down a total of 3 blocks, like that. And then follow your coordinates. Let's go to 146 to start with. 146 is right up here. Then we need to go to 132. My dispenser should be right there, and it is. Perfect. Now let's clear out this space right here to add in some redstone later on. Now we need to hook up all these dispensers to some actual redstone. Place a button aligned with your chest here. Then directly underneath that button, place a piece of redstone. You'll notice it connects to this piece of redstone here. We don't want that, so we're going to be using a block to stop that. Then dig along another 3 blocks and bring the redstone with that, going into another block with a redstone torch on it. Then continue that redstone dust around till you find your first hole, then bring it up to the very last block here, so there's a gap there. Place a dirt block or any sort of block with a redstone torch on top of it, so the redstone torch should turn off. Then repeat this on all sides. You may need to add some repeaters just to extend the current. We're going to go in using the last block empty, place a dirt block or any sort of block with a redstone torch which will get powered off straight away. By the dispenser in the middle, dig down some blocks so you're in your hole, then place one block underneath your dispenser, so there's a 1 block gap there, with a redstone torch on it. Then you can fill in this block here that you broke, and the block underneath it, because we're going to be placing water there later on. Then place 2 pieces of redstone going into the block the redstone torch is on, using some scaffolding, and then lead it right back to your main redstone current through the tunnel. Again, I'm just going to double check that if I do need to add a repeater or not. And I do just, so let's add one back here. Now it's time to add in some stone brick to fill up these holes as well as some dirt, and then we can add in the water. Start by grabbing out some of your stone brick and placing it right along the corners and edges like this, leaving the 1 block gap here on the straighter sides. Then fill in the rest with grass or dirt or your floor block at the time. Now, on this here and this here, replace it with stone brick as on all sides. So this is what you should have as stone brick and what you should have as grass or dirt. It is time to add some water now. Come to this middle dispenser and dig out 4 holes like this. Then place water in all of those with a slab on top. You can use a trapdoor if you would like, but I prefer the slabs. Then, 3 blocks in from the edges here, break another block, place water in it with a slab. So it looks like it is visually in the middle of these triangles. 1, 2, 3. Then in these little nooks here, also place in a bucket of water. Make sure that it doesn't flow anywhere, so make sure you've got all of your blocks surrounding it placed correctly. Place 1 bucket of water in each dispenser. These are going to be used to harvest the actual crops. Now we can finally grab out our hoe and begin turning all this grass and or dirt into farmland. You'll see it will get hydrated straight away. Now if it doesn't get hydrated, make sure you have placed all of your water sources correctly. I've now tilled all of my soil and I can now begin planting. So we're going to be using some wheat seeds, some beetroot seeds, as well as some carrots and potatoes. You can plant these however you want, but I'm going to be planting wheat in the middle, like that, and potatoes on 2 sides, and then carrots and beetroot on the other 2 sides. Just placed a few to mark them in. Now it's time to fully plant. While we wait for all of our seeds to grow, let's fill in these holes here with some grass or your preferred block. You can put a small pathway here, or you can leave it open as you're building it right now, just in case you run into any mishaps. Our crops have now grown, so let's test out our farm. Press the stone button to harvest the crops. All of the water should activate. Then press it again after a short period of time to remove all of the water. Now you guys know how to build this farm. Of course, make sure to add in a ladder to get up and down, or you can even add in a staircase as well as some different decorations. So that's going to be the end of this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and remember to subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys later. And remember, stay carbonated.